Can you tell us briefly about yourself? Who is Stone?
My name is Grace Stone Goberezi. I stay in Ginger, live in Ginger. I'm a human rights defender and I'm an activist. And I'm an LGBTI, also I'm an LGBTI activist based in Ginger. I'm an executive director of Realities Uganda, a Catholic organization that is based in Ginger.
Okay. How long have you been doing your up to human rights LGBTI activism for?
As an organization, we've done it for 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, we've done it for 2 years.
How has that been going for you?
It hasn't been easy, but we're happy that at least we have results. Ginger, it is a place that is so homophobic, and it's hard to stay in Ginger. Oh, it was.
Okay.
So because of what we were facing as KPs of Ginger District and what we were going through, we decided to come up with an organization. I personally, I went through a lot of stigma, coming from church, coming from community members, coming from family, and as I was passing through that, I had a belief that many people are going through the same what I'm going through. I had a belief that there are more ginger people who are falling in the same category like me.
Yeah.
So I got a lot of homophobic attacks from different people, homophobic attacks, being that I'm still having those scars.
Can you tell us some of those experiences? Can you share with us some of those
Yeah, the
experiences?
experience. The first experience was I was in church, and the pastor came out and said, "I'm promoting homosexuality." Actually, he said it on a crusade, because I'm a church boy and I was singing on a crusade. So he came and removed the microphone from me in front of people and said, "This one's homosexual. He's promoting homosexuality." So all people who were at the crusade, they came to know that I was homosexual. So that let's began. So as I was moving, every community around was saying, "We don't need you here. We'll gather, beat you up." So one day they were trying to chase me up. It was at night. They were trying to beat me. So as I was trying to run, I had these scratches. These were 3 years ago. Actually, my body is having a lot of scars coming from homophobic attacks. So one tried to push a nail in my leg, tried to push, and the other one was beating. I'm even having a lot of scars in the back, though I cannot undress. So because of what I faced in bars, this one I remember it was in the bar, this one was in the community. As I was leaving the crusade, people were beating me. You can see there are very many terrible scars on my body. So with this, I wanted to commit suicide. I wanted to kill myself because I had no idea about what was real happening and how I can survive with this. I never knew about an organization. So I thought maybe in Ginger I'm alone. So slowly I came to know some other people and I came up to know some media. So I said, many people may be going through this. I said I can come up with an organization. But not that we want to support, at least we can know this is our base, we can have space. So I came up with an organization. At first it was called Comfort for Marginalized People, Simple. Simple, the first thing we did was advocacy. We wanted to change attitudes of religious leaders, cultural leaders, and means of health, basically in Ginger. So what we did our first advocacy was at the district. So we made a gesture. We told him that, you know what, LGBT people do exist, but what can we do for them? They need health services. If we're not giving them health services, we're killing them. I told him about the bisexuals. I told him we have the bisexuals who are married but still looking for boys. So if you don't treat this bisexual guy, he's removing the disease from the gay person, taking it to the wife. So I brought out that need of giving that health services to the LGBTI people. So the DHO held another meeting with the HIV focal person in the district. So slowly they accepted. So we had other meetings with the health workers. So in the start, they gave us health facilities that had changed their attitudes towards gay people. So they said, no, we can create safe space for LGBTI people and sex workers, in that we can give them free services without stigma or discrimination. So it happened, we had to provide peer educators. We're doing it on a voluntary basis. So in the start, we had 15 peer educators working in these 8 health facilities. Their aim was they had to get services or link KPs or LGBTI people from health service, linking LGBTI people from communities to health centers in order for them to get health services. And with that, they had to put that friendship between the health worker and the LGBTI person, in that our emphasis were not promoting homosexuality, but we were securing people's lives. We wanted them to be secure. So that is what we did in the start. And later on, now we have over 20 peer educators working in these health facilities, providing health services, doing the linkage, doing outreaches with these health workers. So the sex workers are getting services, the LGBTI people are getting health services. So with that, we met the cultural leaders of Busoga Diocese, Busoga Kingdom. We met some ministers from Busoga Kingdom, and we told them, please, we believe in culture, we do what, but still, we have to believe that LGBT people do exist. I even gave them examples that even here in your palace, there are LGBT people that I know, but you're working with them. So when we keep on chasing them away, doing what, but just know we're living with them, they are with us, they are our fathers. So cultural leaders changed their attitudes. So Ginger was so bad that the challenges are, I'll talk about resources, I'll talk about capacities with some of us because of their attacks and family work niggas that chased you away. So we do not go far with our studies. So, but we have passion for the work. So the first challenge is we've not been with resources. We don't have any donor, we don't have any funder. And I personally, I'm the executive director of the organization. So people think you're doing it because you have resources. So many LGBT people that were getting threats from their homes, from their workplaces, they're running at my place. So I was living with more than 10 people in one room. So it was very hard for me.
How did you manage that?
The way I managed it, people don't believe, but I was doing farming. Just not that my personal farming. You go dig for people, then they'll be gonna give you some food, we're gonna give you some cassava. And then with that, hustling out, please send me some 10K, send me something. So I've been with people living at my place up to now. Then I changed, now I'm having 2 rooms where people are living. But just imagine they have to eat, medical what, a lot of things that they need, that are there. We have transgenders that are there. So with the insecurities, we lost our colleague, Brian. Was our Brian? If you remember about, he was killed, he was murdered here in Ginger, and he died in our hands. So that psychologically it affected us. Some of us wanted to kill ourselves. Some of us, the way he died, the way he was murdered, so many people got scared. Many LGBT people got scared. So we had to look for a safe place. So we were relocating. Up to now, we are still relocating to safer places. So the challenge is, the first challenge is we don't have a safe house in Ginger, but having many people that may need that service of getting a safe house. Second thing, fine, we are getting the health services from the health centers, but we need a DIC, a drop-in center basing at our offices, of which we're not having it. So we believe, okay, we change the attitudes of LGBTI people and the health workers, but there's still that group that is not comfortable with going at health centers, but they can get services from our own space. So the challenge is Ginger is not having a drop-in center, which is affecting many lives, and we don't have a safe place, a safe house. With that, we don't have funds, we don't have resources. We're targeting a lot of people, we're targeting a lot of things, the need is high, but we don't have resources to do what we're supposed to do. The achievement, first of all, um, we changed the people's attitudes. We've changed people's lives. Now people can believe in themselves. We've had that sexual support. Now people's minds have changed. We have people on care. We've initiated people on PrEP. So we have more than 150 people on PrEP. And we have more than 70 LGBTI people on ARVs. So that achievement, we've got it from these outreaches, the linkage. So we believe we've changed people's lives. Now people are secure. Another achievement is now at least Ginger. We have an organization where people can feel free. The other thing is before we were working, but we were not registered. But now we are fully registered. The organization is fully registered as a company limited by guarantee. The other achievement is we've recommended our part of our team to go for some economic empowerment workshops where they've been empowered with art and crafts. So we have people doing art and crafts where they're getting some little money.
So I've heard you talk of some of the services or the ways that you serve the community here in Ginger. I've heard you talk about linkages. I've heard you talk about having a safe space. Like you literally have to host people in your house for them to have a place to live and all that. What other services have you set aside or established for LGBTI persons in Ginger besides those?
The services that we've set up, some of them we've not done them, but we've been targeting. Legal aid.
Okay.
Legal aid, I personally have some, we don't have a paralegal. A paralegal that we had was also Brian that they killed. So I've not got a chance of training as a paralegal yet, but I've been doing that legal aid with some research. So get people from prison, go do mediation with the client, do a lot of things. So at least we're doing legal aid, and we've managed gender-based violence because sex workers have been facing it. We've managed it immediately when a sex worker gets athlete or violence. That's basic violence when they're transgender. We have police, but we can meet them and talk to them. So we're giving out that legal services. Yeah, we're doing that. We've built people's capacities and we've enhanced their capacities, also the staff and other people, on how they can be secure, how can a transgender behave in a community. So we've done that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
And
amazing.
the other thing is, at least we've tried to do that. Though you're an LGBTI person, but be of use in the community. Let people see some value. Don't be just waste.
Yeah. Picture. Here we are. We've just gotten into a new year. So, tell us what does Live Realities Uganda hope for the future?
For the future, the first thing that we're striving for, we want before March, we want to have a guys. We want to have a drop-in center. We want to first save people's lives. We want to have a safe house. We want to have a legal desk. We want to create out empowerment, economic skills. We want to empower Ginger community people with skills. So skills like art and crafts, a lot of things, because we believe LGBT people are the most talented people in the whole world. So we have people who know how to dance, we have people who know how to sing, but we want to empower them using their talent so that they can get an earning from their talent. So we want to empower people, give them skills or provide machines that they can use to promote their talent.
Oh, that's amazing. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, anything else I would love to add is I'm asking any well-wisher, any person who is interested in supporting LGBTI people. And support, we're not promoting, we're not recruiting. People have to believe that LGBTI people are there. You don't know them. When you help an LGBTI people, you've helped your uncle, you've helped your auntie, you've helped a lot of people. So if you don't want us to help them, please, for us, we're going to do that one. I can say we are going to help LGBTI people. We're not recruiting, they are there. So we shall help them. We want to secure them. If we give them health services, we are helping your auntie who is having a lesbian. Yeah, but what I want to add, pleading to all stakeholders, implementers, donors, well-wishers, individuals, to please come and support us. You can support us with anything, in a resource, in a funding, anything. Even $1 can push someone, can save us for a night. We found in Ginger and Pomode. I have an email address. It is livedyrealities.ug@gmail.com, or on my number 0750 67 14 37. I have a Facebook page. It is Live the Realities UG.